Maybe I should put the book underneath this. Let's do that. Put a book under so you can level up. There. There we go. No. All right. 13. Are people coming up? Are people saying something? No one is saying something? Y'all just like, hey, he's there. I don't know what he's doing. Flo, what's up? None of y'all saying nothing. Look at this. Look at this. None of y'all. Barbara. Barbara, y'all need to follow more people. I think TikTok is just giving me the new people who have no following and not giving me leverage. Y'all can do that if you want to. I'm still not patronizing that stuff that y'all want me to patronize. What is it? Promote? I'm not paying for anything. Y'all want me to pay for stuff before I get the results. Sorry, not happening. We're gonna organically grow this page. If it's meant to be, it will be. All right. So Alverne, Alverne, Alverne. Am I saying it correctly? What's up, Alverne? Yvonne, just gangster. What? Okay, that's how you feel. African hair braider. Word. Yvonne gangster. Oh, she ran away. All right, that's fine. Be that way. No worries. Encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. Ain't nobody here. How am I going to encourage these people to do all that? Ain't nobody here. They're asleep or eating turkey or cooking turkey. Hey, OKC Lynn. Actually, I'm not going to call you OKC Lynn anymore. I'm just calling you Lynn now because I finally realized why you put OKC in front of Lynn. Is that a new profile picture? Where did you take that picture? In Gambia? Your newfound love country? Share. Let's share the live, love the live, like the live. Ain't nobody here. What is happening? Are people cooking or are people asleep already? It's like 8:40. What the hell? I'm not understanding. Why isn't everybody here already? But then I said I was coming here 30 minutes ago, and there you go. There you go. That's my bad. Idea, what's up? You're not even on here, but Sweet and Sassima. Is that right? That's how you feel? Where you from, Sweet and Sassima? You're following 6,000 people? You are bold. Hannibal, what's up? Brother man, Afria Regina. Afria Regina? Afri Afria Regina. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. I think you were going for something unique, but I can't pronounce it. Okay. Patel, how are you? Nosh. Noshi, how are you? I feel like TikTok is just sending my live to new people, and I think that's rude that y'all doing me like that. That's cool. Remember that TikTok. When I become rich and famous, I'm gonna go to your office and unfriend y'all. This one is probably sleep. And tell everybody to unfollow you and follow me. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody. Cause y'all tripping. TikTok be tripping. I said that. That's right. I said what I said. TikTok be tripping. People are coming now. They're like, "Who this guy? Why is he inviting me to his life? Because I want company. I'm a middle child who wants company. I'm not a single child. I'm not the baby in the family. I'm a middle child. So you live. How are you? Hey, from New York. Hey, from New York City is Wednesday night. Wednesday night, live. Hi, live. How are you? Is it live? Am I seeing? No, you're gonna change that name. Live, loser, live. No, no, nope. Mm-mm. None of that non-positivity. We're gonna change that name. Change that name, live. Like for real, change it. You have to change that name. Over here, we do positivity, including your name. I'm gonna need you to change it. Stat. What is this? What is that? Why am I doing that? Yeah, please change your name to Win or Live. See, it even sounds better. Win or Live. It sounds dramatically different than whatever you put on there. That's not cool. What is happening? What happened? 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. Get some new people up here. Invite some newbies. Some newbies. Ashley. Ashley. I get hard when she walk past me. Look at that. Let me see. Let me see if you change it. You know how to change your name, Liv? Is that what you're doing? That's not cool. Israel. Yeah, let's tap that screen. Let's invite more people. I appreciate you. I'm good. How are you? Definitely. It sounds so much right. It sounds so much better. Let's do that. Win or live. Yeah, I hope so too. Because I went to pick up my fried turkey, but the guy's running behind, so I'm gonna have to pick it up tomorrow morning. I wanted a smoked turkey, but I don't know anybody who smokes turkey. I was going to do it myself, but I've never done it, and I don't want to destroy it. So what I'm gonna do is throughout next year, I'm gonna be I'm learning. I'm going to learn how to smoke different, meats, and then by Thanksgiving next year, I would know how to like actually smoke a whole turkey with the seasoning and then all that. Yeah. YouTube. Actually, let me post my YouTube on here. I'm also live on YouTube. How do you say that here? I'm also nigga. Do it right. RPACE. There we go. Israel. Irviana Johnson. Irviana Johnson. I'm just trying to go viral. Y'all like my shit. Y'all like my shit up? Well, you're doing it right, I guess, somewhat. You're following almost 10,000 people. You like my shit too. Tell all your people to like mine. I'm still at 1,400. Long life GB. All right, that's a different name. Mm, long life GB. All right, come on, people. Let's do this. Let's live like the live. Ooh. So I worked out today. I worked out yesterday. I worked out today because the gym is going to be closed. That's tomorrow. So and I'm trying to sleep better. So I haven't taken a nap today. That's why I'm yawning. Because I showered with some cold water. That's right. Cold water. Cold water. And I am feeling sheepy. But I can't go to sleep at 9 o'clock because it's too early. I can't afford to wake up at in the middle of the night and lay there and twist and turn and then wake up, go to bed at like 5 a.m. and then ruin my day of turkey eating. Rosemary, Amanda, Molly. Uh, let's just invite people. Invite most. I feel like a lot of people on TikTok are just like hiding here. Training for life. For life. Hmm. Ver, Verena. Verena. Mama Bear. Oh, word. Let's book the bear. Yep. Lolly. Eh, some new people. I think TikTok should be able to give us more people to follow, I guess. I don't know. One more. So I did nine. Nine. Who this? Who this here? Who this? Long Life GB. Who is Long Life GB? Person is gonna come. Nigga, you don't know me? And if you don't say anything in the comments, mm, Eva, Nico. Oof, man. You know when you haven't eaten much all day and you eat something and then you feel like your body's finally digesting the food and the food is digesting itself and enjoying the masterpiece right here. Man, Man. All you want to do is go night. But it's too early to go night. I am an expensive treasure. Okay. Okay. Whatever you say, lady. Amanda Everhart. Everhart. Not her. Everhart. Shelly Simone. Patient Mara. Freckles. That's a dog. Keisha. Hey, Keisha. What's up? Austin, what's up? Austin, Liv, you're still here. Thanks. What you say you're in New York? What do you got for the Carl Caldwell? How you doing, Austin? Austin, what's up, Austin? Liv, are you still on here? You want to come chat with me? You want to come up and chat with me? Hmm. Huh? I want to talk about how if you are you grateful for your ex. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. You gotta be grateful for the lessons you've learned from the people you learned them. Right? Bird on God. That's funny. That is hilarious. Stay in your lane. These people. Just so y'all not following me now. Not following me. Y'all not coming on my live right now. That's cool. Be that way. Remember, when I become rich and famous, you got to pay to come on my live, and then y'all gonna be really mad. I knew him when he wasn't, and I'll be like, that was then. This is now. I don't know what to tell you, Schmady. Smlady, and gentle people. I don't know why they would say gentleman. It's such an oxymoron. And what's an oxymoron? Does it have oxy in it? And why is it a moron? Because a moron is not a, you know, person that you can trust. A feteba ziggy. It sounds like a. Okay, so it's a Ghanaian flag and Canadian flag. You got 14,000 followers, and you only following 5,800 people. That's not even cool, bro. Jennifer O. Peters, a zodiac sign that I don't recognize. A zodiac sign, but a very unique kind. Overly sensitive, overly intuitive. No, you're not. Very versatile leader. No, you're not. Prove it to me. Come to my live and tell me about it. Deborah. Debo- when you live in the hood, this is what you get. You get to listen to people playing loud ass music outside of your window. All right. Mary. Mary. What's up? doing? What? Abby, what's up? What did you say? I sent you a request. I didn't call you. Um, yeah. So here's what we're talking about today. Can you see it? You can't see it because you ain't got that kind of thing, YouTube. But they have it over here. TikTok. Hold on, let me see if they have it here. Pop out dashboard. Hold on. They have that. Who the who you calling Rock? You don't see my name? You don't see my name right there? Mary? You don't see my name? I know you don't remember what he said, so don't call me Rock. It is Raw. Send feedback. Oh no, I know what she meant. I know what she meant. Excellent. Share. What am I sharing? I don't know. So I want to know if you guys are grateful for your exes. What lessons did you learn from them? What's up, Praise? How are you? Thanks for coming to support me today. I appreciate you. Sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know you. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Thank you very much. Oh, you make me yori yori right here. I am so happy about that. I know you're a busy woman, but I really appreciate you coming to support a brother. Even if it's for a few minutes, I still appreciate it. I'm also on. I'm trying to like do both YouTube and TikTok because I'm right on. I'm on YouTube on my laptop, and ain't nobody there though. But I posted this thing on here. Let's see. I'm also on YouTube. At uh, there you go. Who is such a what is happening? What am I missing? Who's you are such a teddy bear? What is happening? Who are you talking to me or Mary? It's that is that you? Yep, it's the same Mary. Mary be on these TikTok streets. It's the same Mary. But you know what I want to talk about today? I know that may sound weird. I want you all to tell me if you're grateful for your exes, and if so, what did you learn from them? Yes, what did you learn from them? All right, I'm trying to see if I could put this banner that's on here on my. You don't have access to this feature. What feature is that? Manage. What am I managing? I'm, I'm still learning. Man, what's good? I'm still learning how to. Yeah, I learned a lot about myself because of my ex. Okay, you do know this is a new information age. You could just come up and talk about it, so you can encourage more people to talk about it. I'll join you on YouTube to get some action. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that because ain't nobody there now. And I'm trying to put this banner thing on there, but I don't even know how to do it. Ooh, who's showing me all this love? What is that you, Praise? Is that you? I think that's you, Praise, showing me all that love. What is happening? You're making me want. Have you seen that video on social media when I think he's slightly disabled or her? Like, you when I see you, you make me feel warm right here. I love that video. When I find it, I'm gonna post it on here. Yeah, you make you. I. He never said I love you, but he said you make me feel warm. Right here. I was like, oh, it makes me all warm and fuzzy on the inside. Wow. Okay. Thank you for showing me some love. I really, really appreciate you. Oh, thank you. And I responded to your thesis that you sent. So I don't. I am a teddy bear. I hope it's not the kind of teddy bear that the multiple letters people use, and it's a different, like it's a teddy bear like my couch pillow right here. That's not what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? That's right here. You know I got nothing but love for y'all, right? I was there supporting today, even when I was doing my errands, because you can't be on live with these people over here. Um, when you're, you know, so I was I was coming from working out when I jumped on your live. I think it was yesterday. It wasn't today. It was yesterday, and it's always love, man. Like when people will come on my live and they would be saying something I feel like they would benefit from you guys' content. I'll just say, "Hey, there's this friend of mine. She's I am Praise E. You should go over there and listen to some of her stuff." Or I will send them to like Audrey and her husband's life. I'm like, because they can help you better than I can with that information. Because like they're doing more matchmaking. I'm just hosting a dating show. I'm not because I'm more of a. I want to challenge you to be better. They are putting you together. I'm like, well, I mean, They might be able to help you better than I can. I tell you that much. What I said about my exes. Live in May speech. See, this is why I said come on the live so you could actually say what. Because I'm having multiple conversations right now. That's not what I'm talking about. Teddy bear. Who's the teddy bear? Your ex or me? Uh, I'm saying because that's how it's. I that's how I'm doing things. That's how I do things in my real life. But apparently, people don't appreciate that either. So, but that's who I am, man. Because it's just that what's up, sober man. It's just that hi Nisha. It's just that collaborative support is what makes us, move forward successfully. Oh, thank you, Nisha. Appreciate you. All right. Hey, you're not at work. Talk to me like, a relaxed person. How are you? Are you asleep right now? Hey, you in bed? What? Okay. Can you hear her praise because I'm trying to turn it up on the phone, but I'm not sure if you can. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. You like drama. I know you like drama. Praise you like drama. Okay. Go ahead. Who? Like wait, like you learn a lot from your ex? Right, because I you said something about oh you're such a teddy bear, so I'm like wait, I am a human being. Uh, I am like that all the time. You just don't know it because I am. It is way too early here. It's like 9:10 in the evening. Like y'all. Okay, that's right. You're 12 o'clock, right? Like 12:10. You're on Thanksgiving. Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you, East Coast people. Happy Thanksgiving. She said, "I'm not grateful for." Yeah, I think she's grateful for him. She just doesn't know it yet. Like for me, you can't. I'm just telling you because you don't know that yet. Let me tell you why. The first time, because today I was talking about heartbreak when I went to open mic, and then I was like, "How many people have been in love?" Somebody from the bag was like, um, "Me." I was like, "How many times?" Like once. I was like, "What a quitter," um, because the first time I got my heart broken, that consciously in a romantic setting, not like family thing, because I think a lot of guys have their heart broken way before they meet their first romantic partner. But then when they meet the first romantic partner and that person literally shatters the heart, then that's when that emotional distraught happens. So when you learn from that as a guy, when you learn from that experience and it happens like 2 or 3 more times, that's when you become that person that society sees. But no one saw when the monster is being created. They just see the monster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you start acting monster like, people will be like, oh, who the fuck is this person? Why are they acting like this? Well, it was created in the closet and now he's out in the open and then no one seemed to want to question that. How is the heart broken before?
Well, you're gonna have to put this camera properly because I feel like now you're too focused on YouTube and you're leaving us over here.
No,
like
let me tell you something. I'm doing my best because what I want to do is the reason why it's so hard. I don't know my password to TikTok, so I can't log on TikTok on my laptop because I could have had it both on the laptop, but because I don't remember my password, I have to do it like this.
Okay, just don't be neglectful to us.
I'm not, but hold on one second. Praise is asking does people how do men get their heart broken before? Well, here's the thing. People don't realize that men we we're very emotional at an early age and we get heartbroken by our grandmothers, our mothers, our sisters, aunties, uncles. Why is this frozen? It's a romantic thing. It becomes this thing where, oh, I was expecting something better from you, but then now my heart's shattered. So how do I deal with this? But then when you start realizing as a man, oh, I got muscles. Okay, they don't have that. So what you do is you cover your emotions with your muscles. But sometimes at some point, some of us we get emotionally mature. Some of us we just continue masking it with the muscles and aggression. So there's a disconnect there where at some point you have to look at people, look around. Some of you have kids, some of you have squandered the opportunity to like learn from your children how to be a kid again, but whatever, I'm not judging. Um, some people are squandering the opportunity to look at their parents because there's a massive lesson that nature is teaching you. See your parents, see your kids, see yourself because you're in the middle, right? What happens? You have been there up till now. Your parents have been there, here, and now they're there. You have to see the life cycle of your human experience, and keep in mind you probably have grandparents who are still alive who have gone to the other side. So you have to learn from these people whether you want to or not. You have to learn. You have you have to learn from these people, and it makes you understand that okay, I don't have to take it out on people when they break my heart. I will have to do this though. I will have to learn how to go through the experience. If it's successful, then that's hello.
I'm sorry.
If it's successful, then you just go with it. If it's not successful, you find a way to you find a system to heal yourself from any future heartbreak. So that's why I said, are you grateful for your ex? Because I am. I'm grateful. I mean, I'm not happy that any of that stuff happened, but I'm definitely grateful. Should I come back to TikTok instead? Um, It depends. Wherever you feel comfortable. I really appreciate you coming on YouTube, though. I appreciate that. I don't know if you're back on here on TikTok, but it's just one. But can you hear me? Praise, are you still on here or no? It's just one of those things that people don't pay attention to. It's funny. I don't even reference my book, but the book that I was writing during the pandemic, which still has one chapter to go. By the way, it's first draft, so that's neither here nor there. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna put it out. Should I come back? I'm not even sure if I'm gonna put it out for the holidays, but we'll see what happens. You you have to learn who you are so you could be the better version of yourself for the future person or people that you intend to share your life with. And that's how you create that environment that everybody's craving, because everybody's craving some type of love environment. Everybody's craving some type of heaven on earth, if you will. Serene environment, serene home. What's that word? Wow, why are all these words flashing in my head and none I can't catch any of them? But yeah, it's just those things. That's why I could boldly say I'm grateful for my exes. As a matter of fact, I was going to interview one of them. I was going to call one of them today to schedule an interview with them, but I was like, do I want to put my shit out there like that? I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. Like in the future, we'll see. Anyway, so what y'all think? Who?
I guess when you put it like that.
Hmm?
I said, I guess when you put it like that.
Yeah, it's very insightful. I don't know what everybody was doing during the pandemic, but the first 3 months was an alcoholic binge, and, and then I realized, oh yeah, I should stop doing this, and and then I started being more productive. I wake up, I write, and then but then we got back into interacting with people, and I got distracted.
I would say though, right?
Hmm.
Because of that experience that I had with him, that relationship and that experience,
Hmm.
it forced me to kind of just peel back the layers, like you said, that I've been quote unquote masking. So that's really what I'm grateful for is the fact that I was forced and pushed to look within myself and see how I contributed to the relationship as well.
Hmm.
And, the impressions that I may have given, the red flags that I may have seen and completely ignored
Ignored, right?
because of, because of what I thought I wanted so bad
Right.
and things like that. So that situation forced me to really, look at myself in a whole different perspective. And so for that, now I feel like I have a little more patience for myself, compassion for myself, you know, and I see self love in a whole different aspect than what I used to see it as in like, go to the spa, this and that. No, I see it completely different now.
Hmm. Okay, so how do you see it now?
Now I see self love as me being compassionate towards myself.
Okay.
Self love is me forgiving myself for some of those things that I've been beating myself up for years.
Hmm.
Self love is me, maybe feeling inferior to certain people in my life,
Hmm.
or constantly comparing myself to certain people in my life, you know, and highlighting on my attributes, my talent, what I have to offer, and work on myself, honestly.
Hmm.
And yeah, so
And
that's
I like that
yes.
you said that, because uh I wrote that question on self love because a lot of people, especially you guys who have kids, once you have children, these people become the center of your attention, and a lot of people neglect themselves, focusing primarily on the kids, which I completely disagree with. I'm not saying don't focus on them. obviously.
Right.
I'm not saying
Right.
don't focus on them, but if you are not taking care of you, you're not going to be around long enough to take care of these people. You know what I'm saying? Nisha, I don't know what happened. I accepted the invite, and it's not loading. I don't know what's going on there. So like for me, like it's funny. I'm so jealous of people who have kids because I maybe it's because I still have this childlike energy that I protected all my life. I could still be that way. I could still be goofy and see people criticizing me and completely ignore them and completely ignore them and just continue doing whatever I want to do. And that's what kids do. And well, during the pandemic, I think it was in 2020. Yeah, I think it was 2020, like around what you call it, Labor Day weekend. We went to go to a mutual friend's house. One of my friend, he went with his family. Everybody's there with their family, that type of thing. And then, excuse me. And then the daughter was jumping on the mutual friend's couch, and he probably doesn't even remember this, but again, I'm that type of person. I cultivate that childlike faith, as they call it in biblical text. Like I would be the one going to people's houses when I was a child, jumping on their couch because why? I am a child. I mean, I'm playing. I'm happy to be out. You don't let kids go out like that when you're back home, but when you go out to a friend's house, you just want to like be happy. So when she was jumping on the mutual friend's couch, he yelled at her, and I was like, "Oh wow!" And believe it or not, I could psychologically see her her guard go up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I couldn't say anything because, um, again, when you don't have kids, you know how you people with kids be. I couldn't say anything, but I literally saw her psychological guard go up, and I was like, "Oh wow!" I don't know when that's going to show up, but that happened. So like I'm not saying just hold your kids with like a kid glove or you know treat them all fragile or anything. No, that's not what I'm saying. There's a way as an adult, as a 40-year-old person, 40 something year old person, there's a way that you address a 5, 6 year old, 7 year old person because you have 40 years worth of it. Oh, look at me. I am all sexy with my hat. Uh, there's a way you address a 5, 6, 7 year old, and there's also a way that you address somebody who's your age, or maybe somebody who's a teenager. Because the reason why teenagers, because I remember this, the reason why teenagers rebel is because they find out that their parents don't know as much as they present themselves to know. So kids are like, "You don't know what the hell you're talking about." Oh, thank you. Oh, you're making me feel all warm and fuzzy. I like dogs, actually. Who's that? What is that? Is that a puppy? You are spoiling me today. But yeah, so it's those things that I look at and I was like, ooh, I can't wait to have kids. And the people I have kids with, they're gonna be really annoyed with me, and I don't care because I would be involved in my kids' life actively. I want to know how they're breathing, if that's the normal way to breathe.
I'm gonna. It seems like I keep coming down. Like you keep on adding me. They said you keep on adding me. So
What? I added you once. I don't know what the hell that was.
no, they said you keep disconnecting me. All
I,
right.
I don't know what TikTok is. I'm gonna mute you for a second. Hold on. But yeah, it's just one of that's great. What does that mean? It's just one of those things to me. Like, I want to be involved because kids teach you a lot because their naivete has not been snatched by the realities of life. So I think it's the parents' responsibility to actually cultivate that, encourage them to protect it within their psychological mind and some of their conscious mind as well. So when they become teenagers and they become more susceptible to their friends' influences, they remember, okay, well, my parents encouraged me to be myself. I'll come down. Why are you coming? What? Okay, I don't know what's happening. Um, I was, I don't know why you're going down. I was adding you and it keeps buffering. I don't know what that's about. I was adding you, Nisha, and then it buffers and it timed out, and it buffers and it timed out. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, um, but yeah, so yes, you showing me love today. I don't know why. I don't know why you're showing me all the love today because uh but you know, it's always good to get love from everyone. Nisha, what's going on? Like I don't know what's going on. What's going on with you? You good? I don't know what's happening. Ooh, I get all these gifts. Look at me. Is it my birthday yet? You know why? You know why? Why? Tell me. Just so y'all know, my birthday is what's today? The 27th is about a month and a week away. A month and a week away. It is January 10th. As a matter of fact, I think a month prior to my birthday, I'm gonna start making t-shirts to the countdown so we don't have any misunderstanding when the day happens. Anyway, but yeah, so that like all those introspective reflections has brought me to the point of okay, I there's something else I learned which I don't think y'all ready for, so I wouldn't go into major details. What happened was I read a book. I think it was psychocybernetics, either psychocybernetics or yes. It's not that I'm big on my birthday. I'm big on my birthday simply because it's one day and I just want to see how you see the I just want to see how people see me. And that's the only day I feel like people can do it. But if I'm romantically involved with you, that better not be the only day. That better not be the only day that you see me because you're gonna be really disappointed. I'm gonna tell you right now. Anyway, but yeah, it's one of those things. Shoot, birthday. What else? I was saying something. Oh yeah. Okay, so I read something. I think it's Psycho-Cybernetics or Think and Grow Rich. One of these books that I read where they talk about a previous life or the unmanifested, and when you were in the unmanifested aspect of life or on a previous life. Oh, thank you. When you're in another life, you chose a family that you want to come through to get this experience that you're having right now. Oh my God. The first time I heard that, I was so mad. I was like, why the fuck would I want to choose to come to through these people? Why didn't I choose a wealthy family? That was the first thought in my head. I was like, this is some nonsense. This is some bullshit. I was so mad. I think I put the book down for a week. The first time I read that, I was really upset because I was like, this is some white people cockamamie nonsense. I don't want to read this. But then It's a combination of stuff. I saw there was a documentary, limited documentary on Netflix, talk about reincarnation. But then I remembered when I was a young child, I thought for some reason I could understand um, Chinese. So it's a combination of stuff and different experiences put together that put me in a space where I feel like, okay, let me allow myself to be open to listening. I may not have to agree, but listen to understand. So I watched that documentary on reincarnation and saw some of the. It's called Finding God, and I think it's like episode 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. One of them, that's where they talk about different kids who remember their previous lives and stuff, and it was very interesting. But back home we would not talk about that because they would just call you a witch. So when you're a kid, you kind of like decipher, kind of figure out like, oh yeah, I shouldn't say that I was a Chinese person in a previous life, because then they'll just tell you that this one Chris, this one, well, they just start telling you how mentally ill you are instead of investigating whatever childlike imagination you were trying to express as a child. Anyway, so when I got back to the book, it made more sense. I still didn't agree with it for a while. It took me a long time to actually understand it. When I started understanding, I think I was. It's possible. When I read it again, and I understood it a little bit more, and then over the years I've come to terms with the fact that I believe in reincarnation, not because um I just believe in reincarnation because it makes more logical sense to me. And I also believe that people who, what they would call, die, they don't really die. Because if that's the case, why would you, when you lose somebody, why would you have a clear, vivid dream of them and they look perfectly alive? You see what I'm saying? So it's evolving. My perception on what life life cycle and spirituality and manifestation and unmanifested is. I'm still learning, but it's a journey, it's a process, and I'm still open to the possibilities. Anyway, what were you about to say?
No, I was just listening.
Oh, okay. You think you were Indian? What makes you think that?
Because well, um, honestly, when it comes to reincarnation, I have my thoughts on it, but I will entertain the idea. And the reason why I say this, I could have very well been anyone, right? Because I have this gift that if I hear a song and I listen to it long enough, right? Whatever language it is, regardless of, I may not have heard this language a day in my life, but if I like the song, and it has to be in a song, if I like it enough and I hear it enough, I will mimic the sounds and the way the song and the words are pronounced. I won't say that I sound like a native because obviously I'm not.
Right, right.
But I'll sound closer to those that speak the language. And I've always just been able to do that since I was a child.
You know what's funny? Not funny. Interesting about that. Have you read any Joe Dispenza books?
No, I have not.
All right. So he told a story. I don't remember which one of his books. Anyway, I read a book about a woman who went from speaking clear as day English, and she got into either a car accident, she got a concussion, something.
Yeah. I think I've seen similar stories because I went into a rabbit hole one time. But yeah, go ahead.
And then she started speaking a completely different language,
Yeah.
fluently, in the accent. And I was like, there's got to be a part of our brain that tunes into the universal mind, if you will, what they will call the God mind, where
Uh,
you could channel anything you want to become a reality. We just have not been able to like consciously do it. But I think that's why meditation is so important. That's why I brought Joe Dispenza up, because he talks a lot about the universal mind, the universal field of consciousness, where everything is available in the present moment. Where if you want to like embody a certain mind space, like maybe you want to be Bruce Lee, you want to be, what's the other guy's name? Like, what's the philosopher name that I think I was in a previous life? God damn it, Socrates. Like if you want to embody any person that you've read about, whether fictional or real, you can, and you could create your own version of it. And I was
right.
like, that, yeah, it's fascinating because you know what? I think I don't know the last time you went back home, but if you go back home,
22.
2022,
Yeah, 21 into 22.
I don't know if you sense it because I'm very sensitive to like energies, what they would call spirits or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I sense that there's so much good energy in Sierra Leone, but I feel like it's been wasted
Uh-huh.
because
Pure.
it's one of those things where you have power, but you're throwing it away.
Oh, you don't, yeah, you
That's
don't know what.
exactly what I sensed when I went to Sierra Leone. And I was like,
Wow.
but I can't tell them because they would have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
Absolutely not.
Because they're like, this one ain't on Chris. No Chris, yeah. Because that's exactly what they would say. You can't
Yeah.
say that to them, but you can sense the energy in the whole country. And I'm like, wow, there's
It's
got to be a way
interesting
to
you're
commute.
talking about meditation
Mm-hmm.
today, and all of this is coming up right now.
Mm-hmm.
As I was telling my brother, as my brother and I, we have deep conversations. The
Mm-hmm.
other day, we had about 2 hours of, we were just talking about the subconscious and how if you're truly if we truly have free will,
Mm-hmm.
when the subconscious has a lot of control
Mm-hmm.
and it keeps things and it holds on to memories and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But to go back to what you were saying earlier about meditation, I woke up this morning. I had a vivid, when I mean vivid, dream about this man I've never met before, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I've never met him before, but it was as though we were intertwined. Our minds were connected. And he was, mind you, this is in the pits of the African community in America here in the DMV, right? And this is a white man, a tall, skinny white man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was meditating in the living room. And I came, and for some reason, I could feel all the how he had just like cleansed his soul, cleansed his body, cleansed his spirit. I could connect with it. I could feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And I could kind of just like complete his sentences. And then I woke up. I'm like, what was that about? Like, what because I'm a dreamer. I
Mm-hmm.
dream. Okay, there's certain dreams that are very scary for me, but I dream a lot. But I do. I don't want to say that I believe in reincarnation or anything, but sometimes I do entertain it. Okay, I entertain it,
You know,
but
so
because of that gift of mine, I do feel like I may or may not have existed before.
mm-hmm.
Okay, and yeah, but that meditation part, that dream I had last night, shook me this morning. I was like, that's weird. I've never really encountered. It felt like it was real. It felt like I was like, this is my reality, and then me being awake is the dream.
Well, was it a positive energy that you felt or a negative one?
Oh yeah,
Positive
absolutely.
energy? Well, I mean, you should. I think you should tap into that because I've had dreams like that before that were not like they were nightmares, and
Uh-huh.
I really hated those, and it would scare you from going to sleep. And one of the reasons why I have sleep problems. Um, and then the other one is when you have those euphoric, amazing dream. Like example, like the one I was telling you about, when you dream about people who have passed on to the other side, and you see them, you're actually having a conversation with them. You can literally
Uh-huh.
touch them. It's not like a weird um, um, illusion. You know, shit
Uh-huh.
like you're like, and then you wake up, you're like, fuck, how do what? Why? And you try to go back to sleep and that shit does not exist anymore. You're like, what in the hell is happening? You know, it's just those things for me. And then for me, if you address those things in a more objective way, it allows you to like be more compassionate and share the compassion. Even when I was doing the whole religion thing, I think when it started with me being grateful. It started with gratitude. It was Auntie Landa. It started with me being great. Awakening started. It started with me being grateful for all, no, no, for everything that I have, like the warm place to live, the all these the little things that we take for granted, right? So that went on for a while, and then you know videos start naturally popping on my YouTube. I would watch them. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Because I was more into like more of the biblical perspective, and then I started reading more books because I got into a space where I was experiencing depression for like deep depression, and then the things that I knew at the time didn't work. As I was learning, none of that had because it was the way I was reading it, it was not the way it needed to be read. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I was reading it from a perspective of expecting it from somewhere else when it should be read from within. So when I started like learning, okay, and for some weird reason, when I'm reading the when I was reading the Bibles, then at that period of time, um, there's this internal voice that was like, "Well, have you ever considered giving God grace?" I was like, because when you're experiencing these things, weird questions just show up in your mind. And like, what? And now you can't tell people this because now you look like a crazy person. so, so you're like, wait, what? And then I thought about it. We're always asking for stuff, but we're never given stuff. Yeah, you give your tithe and offering and stuff, but like the things that we want, we don't share it with God. You say you want love, but you don't you never like love God the way you say you want to be you want love.
Right.
You say you want forgiveness. You're asking for forgiveness, but you never forgive God for putting you through difficulties and allowing you to actually successfully go through difficulties. And you're like, well, where's all this shit coming from? Because that's what's in my head. Like, what is happening? But then, and all of you started by just being grateful for like the food, shelter, and clothing, the money in the bank. You know, like things that we take for granted after you don't have any worries anymore. That's when all these doors internally started opening up. And then you're like, well, okay, all right, let me start cultivating this. Let me start sharing these things that I say I want with the God within. And then this whole thing broke into, yeah, it shattered. That's the best way for me to say it. It shattered all what I grew up with. And that's when I started realizing when you have kids, the moment kids start making a decision as to what they want to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, All you get with kids is suggestion. You are just a coach to allow them to not die. That's one. And to learn the lessons that they need to learn to be the person that they want to be because they chose you to become this person in the manifested world.
Guide. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that, I was like, well, who the fuck you gonna tell this shit to? Because ain't nobody trying to listen to that. The people are not trying to listen to that because it requires personal responsibility.
It does. But sometimes I feel like also some of our folks, especially the ones that are even religious,
Mm.
um, have not really taken the time to become more spiritual.
That's why I asked that question. Are you religious or spiritual?
Yeah. And so even in the books, when it comes to treating your kids and how you should be with your kids, they're just younger, but they deserve respect. They deserve to be heard. They deserve to be, you know, feel to. They deserve everything that you feel like you deserve as an adult.
They deserve to be heard, meaning their opinion matters.
Matters, right?
Because
Exactly.
the problem that the challenge that we have right now in Africa is a lot of the younger people don't think that their opinion matters because they didn't grow up in an environment where their opinion mattered.
Yeah.
So
They
when
only
you
speak
when
when
you
spoken
talk, huh?
to. I said they only speak when spoken to.
Yeah, and even when you're spoken to, you have to respond with yes sir or yes ma'am, and you don't have a solid opinion. It's just the opinions of the people around you, which is a very dangerous thing to have because you may not even share that perspective. You know what I'm saying? So
They also deserve apology. They deserve, because our parents don't apologize.
they don't. I mean, okay. So when was I saying? I was saying something. It wasn't recently. It was a few weeks ago when I was saying. Um, I don't think I'm expecting apology from my parents anymore. I think I come to terms with the fact that okay, I forgive them whether they apologize or not, because they think they did the best they could with what they knew, and I come to terms with that.
Exactly.
So I have to forgive them because they deserve forgiveness from me. Because, like again, if I chose to come through them in this manifestation, I chose the experience I'm going through right now.
Exactly.
So how is it their fault that I chose them? You know what I'm saying? So I how is it their fault? So I have to forgive. I forgive myself and I share that forgiveness with them. And then it's easier for me to forgive other people. That's why the X thing, like when people say, well, when people are still holding a grudge, you are entitled to it, but it's not serving you in any way. That's why I'm so big on it. Like when I talk to people, I've talked to several people like my ex. Why would you want to talk to them? And people like get nervous about okay, that the ex is going to talk about them in a negative way. First of all, this platform is not like that. I'll ask them the same questions I ask you, which has nothing to do with the relationship itself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm no, I'm not even going to entertain the idea. But, anyways,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know you want to do it. Go ahead.
I'm not. It's not
I
worth
will
it.
fly to Virginia and do it.
It's not worth it. It really isn't. It's really not. Because I was gonna say, you know what? Because sometimes I let my curious nature get the best of me, right?
Yes.
And that's just how I act sometimes when I feel something and it's in me. Sometimes I just act on it. There. But no, this one I'm gonna have to tame.
Really? No, you
I'm
don't
going
say.
to have to tame this wolf.
So what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
As I digress.
What are you digressing? What are you thinking about? Come on, tell me.
No, I was thinking about. No, okay, I'll talk to you privately about it. But going back to forgiving our parents, right? I feel like in the last couple of years, I've just gone through that, and it feels liberating for me. It really does. It feels liberating because it's like now for me, outside of my parents, I don't, because we were brought up in this quote unquote, this person big past you, or this
Yep.
is your elder, this person is older than you. I don't see people like that anymore. I have deplatformed people in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put people on a pedestal.
Pedestal. Yeah.
You don't have a platform in
Mm-hmm.
my eyes. The only platform you have is that mutual respect from one human being to another. That's all you have. You're not entitled
Mm-hmm.
to this quote unquote being an elder, being an
Mm-hmm.
adult, being this person way big past me. You don't, I took that back.
Right.
And
Right.
it feels so good to know that, okay, everyone is just an adult, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna pay my bills. I'm not gonna pay your bills, but it just feels good to know that, okay, regardless of what my parents may or may not have done to
Hi,
me,
Malika. How are you? Go ahead.
they 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 are a product of their environment. They are a product of their parents that maybe, not even maybe, they didn't have affection. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't receive affection from their parents, so on and so forth. They didn't receive acknowledgement. They didn't receive apologies, so they just passed it on.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, me just deciding to forgive and move on feels like I took that power back. I took that will, because it's my choice to make. And when I did that, it just, a lot of burden fell off. A lot of weight fell off. Like, I don't have to please anyone. I don't have to feel like I'm kissing anyone's ass. I've never been one to kiss anyone's ass anyway. But you know, I don't.
Right.
But yeah, that's really, to just add on to what you said. It really makes you feel. It makes you feel like you're in control of your own life.
And you know what? Okay. So I said this recently. I think it was last week. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, it was last week. Um, Sometimes I think people forget that their parents used to be somebody else's child.
Exactly. It's just
And
the Lord.
and one thing you have to realize, your grandparents are your parents' children. And I'm grateful actually because it exposed a few things about myself to me. Yeah, yeah. Your parents are your grandparents' children. Yeah, you're gonna come up and talk about that. I'm not reading your stuff. You're gonna come up and talk about that. And when I realized that, that's when I started seeing my parents as humans, and instead of the superheroes that society presents your parents as, you know. And then once you see your parents as humans, you allow them to have flaws. And then the other thing that I think a lot of us don't talk about is our parents, the only true pure love that they may ever experience are the love that we, their children, show them.
Exactly. Exactly.
And if you choose, because they did whatever you think they did wrong,
Uh-huh.
and you choose to withhold that from them, so some of these people go through their life without
Uh-huh.
the authentic love that everybody's craving, that they say they want but never share. You know what I mean? So like every time when for some reason when I'm going through my own shit, and like my mom would text me about something and I would want to have an attitude, I'm like, oh, hold up, nigga, like
Right. Right.
you know, because my mom's dad passed away when she was 8.
Uh-huh.
So that you have to account for that,
Right.
you know. Did my dad account for that? I don't know. They didn't have the resources we got when we
Right.
when they were growing up. So I can't blame him for not knowing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to piece these things together and be like, we have a major responsibility for the uh, uh, for moving forward, for the progress of our lives and our community and our children. Because you never
Uh-huh.
know. Again, there's a form of psychological enslavement that's happening in real time, and people are not paying attention to that. That's why I call it information warfare, where they use
Yeah, you
information
said it
to,
the other day, I think.
yeah, they use information to uh what's that word, there's so much information, it's been used to destroy your own self. Hi Lynn, how are you? You awake already? Oh well, it's 7 o'clock there. Wait, 6 o'clock.
I want to add to what you're saying if you're
Yeah,
when
go
you're
ahead.
done.
Go ahead.
Um, like in the African household, right? Especially in a polygamous household, and I
Mm-hmm.
grew up in a polygamous household. I didn't have growing up. I didn't have the best relationship with my stepmom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now that I am in a place of like seeing them as human beings, now it's like I appreciate so much of what they did because everyone is pretty much doing this for the first time,
Yeah.
at least with this consciousness, right? Ting ting. At
Mm-hmm.
least with this consciousness that we have, right? All of us are doing this for the first time. So looking back and all the things that they had to do, all the things that they had to sacrifice for us and things like that. Not that, it's our fault. No, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, I didn't have the best relationship with my stepmom. But right now, after I was able to just see her as a human being. Yes, things happen, feelings were hurt psychologically, you know, verbal abuse occurred and things like that. But for a long time, when stuff like that happens and that person or that situation has a hold of you, it kind of shifts you and it makes you somebody that you're not. Because there was a time I could remember vividly, somebody came to my workplace
Mm-hmm.
that sounded like her. Because of all the things that I've endured in the
Mm-hmm.
past with her, I started becoming very like nervous. Like I thought it was her because they sounded so much alike. And so
Here in
that
America?
trauma, huh?
Here in America?
Yeah,
Okay.
that trauma that I went through with that, for a long time, if I see her, I would start to like, shake and feel uneasy. But once I took that and saw her just as a human being,
Mm-hmm.
as a person, as a girl,
Mm-hmm.
was the moment I
As somebody's
realized,
daughter.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh man, she didn't have the resources that we have now. She was only doing what she could do at the time,
Yeah.
the best that she could. And now I appreciate our relationship because I do have boundaries with her.
Mm-hmm.
She respects my boundaries, and we talk about certain things, and it's not like 100% great, but it's
Mm-hmm.
better than where it
Where
used to
was
be.
be right?
Yeah.
There was one time I trapped my parents. It's gonna sound mean, but I trapped my parents. So
Yeah,
they
I've
don't.
learned to accept that about you. This the past week.
Mm.
This, anyways.
What? Say it again.
I said the past week,
Mm.
I've learned to accept a few things about you.
Which is what?
This is TikTok. I'm not going to discuss it.
Okay. I trapped my parents a few times, like because like having deep conversations with African parents or baby boomer parents in general, it's a very sensitive thing because they become vulnerable. You get to see them as children. I promise you, I've done this like a few times. Not so much with my dad because like he gets very defensive and protective, you know. But my mom, what I would do is I would play like audible books, audiobooks in my car when we're driving, just the two of us, and she's interested, but she doesn't know how to like bring up the topic. So, but they would say some things, and she would be like, "Huh," although she would laugh about something, or if it's quiet, I would ask, because there was one time I asked her, well, y'all never told us how y'all grew up. And then it would come up that, they would talk about, but it's such a scarring part of her life, especially when they were doing well until, back then her dad died. Well, when her dad passed away, my grandmother couldn't work because she only had a second grade education. So times got none positive. It was really bad for them, you know. So that's like for her, based on what she said, it was one of those things that kind of shaped her in a non-positive way. But she's very, like, my mom is very bougie. I'm gonna say that my mom is very bougie. Like, so I get that about her, but because she remembered when things were going well for her, for her family. Um, my dad, I did trap him once in the car, and he was trying to be defensive, but I try to like, because I think I was reading a book called Letting Go. I thought Letting Go. There was a book I was reading that challenged me to be vulnerable to them. Because like somebody like me, because of my experience in the military, people just think I'm always like this hard shell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I am, but it's not what defines me.
Right.
I'm way more than that. So I try to look into their past to see who they are as my parents, and so I could know who they are and how to handle them. You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like a lot of us grew up with strangers, and we still don't know who they are. So I trapped him once. He was telling me about how when they were growing up, he you could see how he came alive as as a boy all over again, or at least as a younger man. These are things that that we actually need to talk about. We need to address these things. You don't have to like talk to them because some of them are very insecure. Because of the way they grew up, they probably did not want you to know how things were, and you know what I'm saying. They don't have the vocabulary to like express it in a way that's not aggressive or in an angry way. So you have to like kind of tread lightly because that's another thing. There was one day I picked up my dad from the airport. I was like, another opportunity. I I know it's not funny, but I think that's the only time I get to talk to them about stuff like that because they get when they're like trapped animals. If you try to trap them with serious deep conversation, they fight back, and they fight back with like aggressive words. So I kind of have to like, okay, it's fine, just back up and just let them be, you know and it's funny, but you get to see them as children again when you talk to them about their childhood. Just ask them like a simple question, like, but you never told us about how you grew up.
Right.
Just what's a fun childhood memory that you remember, or what was a determining factor for you when you were a child, something.
Right.
And you could literally see your parents become children, and you want to protect that, though. Not It's not something that you do all willy-nilly for clicks and likes and all this nonsense. You want to protect, you want to experience, so you can see these people, because these people I mean, I love, they don't know that though, but I love my parents. I love my parents both equally, and because I'm a middle child, they don't think I love them equally, because
You and this
one thinks I like the other better than the other. They
Yeah.
both think the same exact thing about me. I'm like, all right, sure. I don't know what to tell you.
You and this middle child thing.
Yep.
I'm going to reserve my opinion. I was trying to, because she was sitting up there for a little bit, Mary.
Yeah. When is your lunch break, Mary? Is lunch break. Can't go live, but I can't watch. See, you just trying to talk dirty. Uh, anyway, you like to watch, do you? Is that your thing?
I'm trying not to laugh as hard as I really want to laugh.
2:30 a.m. Oh no, wait, that's 11. That's she lives on in the Midwest, right? Wait, 2:30.
Where?
She North Dakota. Dakota is what? Is that Central Time?
I don't know.
It-
Sounds like they're an hour ahead of us.
no,
Oh
but
no,
it's
I
an
think she's
hour ahead
saying.
of
I think
y'all.
she's saying her break is at 2:30.
Yeah, but I'm saying North Dakota is it East Coast time or
Yeah,
Central?
that's closer to you guys.
It's probably Central Time then.
West. Well, maybe yeah. That's closer to you guys. That's over there.
Okay, it's Central Time.
Uh,
It's probably an hour
I
behind
know.
y'all. So she's at 11 o'clock now. Oh yeah, I'm not sure because yesterday I was here for like 5 hours, I think.
I'm getting ready to leave you.
Yeah, I was here for like 5 hours because I was talking to Lynn. That,
Yeah,
but
the
because
military lady.
she is in no, no, she's not military. She works for she's a contractor. She is in Africa right now.
Oh right, she said she was gonna go to Gambia or something like
Yeah,
that.
she is in Gambia right now. So like she would come and we'll talk till she goes to work there. And well, since it's Thanksgiving, I wonder if they're observing Thanksgiving there because it's an American holiday.
Does she work for an American
Yeah,
company?
yeah,
Most likely.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good conversation. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're considering me interviewing your ex.
Get out of here. Go to sleep. Says who? That would never happen. I entertained the thought for a quick second, but no.
You know what? I'm gonna start putting money on it. How about this? I pay him $50 for the interview.
Why you gotta pay him? Pay me.
You guys share the $50.
Absolutely not.
Ah!
I don't. I don't know. Am I curious enough to want to? Absolutely no.
No, okay. Yeah. Do you guys talk
No.
at all? Not even hello if you see him in public?
But I've I've only seen him once in public, and that's it.
How long ago was this?
2 years ago.
Y'all broke up 2 years ago?
I would say a year and 6 months now. Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. I
No, we don't have the same circle of friends or
where y'all meet?
be at work, but we don't. I don't work
How
there
y'all
anymore.
meet? Oh, okay. Because I was like, how y'all meet at work and you haven't seen them in a year and a
No,
half?
I don't. Yeah, I don't work there anymore. That's a different company.
Okay. Because I was going to say this nigga quit because of you.
I don't work there anymore. So it is. It's almost the chances of us, coming in contact is almost slim. Like
Mm.
because we don't have the same circle of friends. Nothing like that. He kept his friends on his side. I kept my friends on my side.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interessante.
There's no need to go and wake up a dead horse.
The horse is not dead. It just went astray.
You know what I meant.
Oh man.
No, I don't need to go back there. I'm, like you said, maybe I am grateful for it because.
No, let me tell you. I'm not trying to like. It's okay. So you know the reason why I'm trying to interview the exes, right? It's not so you guys can get back together. It's just it's just I feel like it's entertaining.
But you know what I feel like would happen?
Mm.
The moment he realized you are a Sierra Leonean,
Oh,
he is, I kid you not, if you want to put money on this, I will put $100 on it.
Mm.
The moment he realizes you are Sierra Leonean, he's going to start thinking narcissistically and giving you narcissistic answers. I kid you not.
But I can see through that. Yeah, what you have to. That's why I'm like, people shouldn't be worried about the responses of the ex, because what's going to happen if they're spiteful, it comes off. You could tell.
Right.
If they're spiteful, you're like, all right, nigga, you still,
Put it to the
you, you're still bruised from that little scuffle. So
no, now I'm laughing about it because I'm curious because I could just see him like getting all flustered and like.
that's crazy. Oh man.
I can see him getting all flustered and